Yep, it is indeed Guzma. But tomorrow, the big thing that's going on tomorrow is the release of the new Zelda game that I plan on doing, like, for the day. Tomorrow I do not. What's going on? Another person wandered into Tartarus? So I'm getting on top of some things here. So I plan on getting immediately on top of the new release this weekend. I'm making some good progress. Apparently the map size is like, I think I saw that it was like 8 times the size of the Link's Awakening map though, so we'll see here.
Start of the second semester already. And pretty soon, I'm gonna be a 3rd year. Man, time goes by way too fast.
Yeah, and I just wrapped up my studies as a university student as of earlier this year.
And she's drawing again, huh?
I was still a university student when this series started, halfway through my final semester.
You again?
But now I've been finished for a little while.
Well, actually, I'm surprised you remember me.
I could say the same about you.
I mean, your outfit is pretty memorable. So, what are you working on?
A drawing. Why?
No real reason, I guess. I just thought it's pretty awesome to have something you're passionate about.
It's nothing like that. I'm just drawing because I feel like it.
Oh. Huh. Well, I still want to see it when you're done. If you don't mind.
Well, like, considering Junpei's character, the way he portrays himself for a lot of this game, he handled himself very politely there, I would say. Trying to sleep for the past 3 or 4 hours, been waking up way too many times. Just want to stop by and say hi. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you're able to get some sleep here. I honestly have no idea. And there's DLC for this game now too. Maybe I should invite someone to go from the dorm there. Like, people were telling me last stream that I was halfway / maybe less than halfway. The game tells me that I have like 4 bosses left out of 12. So if I'm close to about the halfway point, that means that there's gonna be like some twisty twist and then like more stuff is gonna happen and there's gonna be more bosses. So this is gonna be going on for a little while. But I do wonder, like, if it's the kind of thing that I shouldn't commit to. Just because then I get like more time between sessions for grinding. Like, I was thinking about trying to rush it out. Definitely more than halfway at this point. Okay. So, making progress here. Give me another boost one. Sure, strike boost. Give me that. Because I can grind on my own time between sessions, but only if I end a session in Tartarus. Because again, like, Persona is the game where it's like, it's managing your time in the real world, and sometimes you go to the parallel world to fight enemies and, not by a lot, well, to fight enemies and take on, like, bosses and stuff like that. You take on bosses when that gets to 0, the little moon counter, so in 7 days. I haven't gone to Tartarus here yet, and Tartarus is just, like, the generic dungeon that you're progressing up throughout the game. So, I'll probably end this stream at Tartarus, and then I can, like, grind between sessions as much as I want. And the longer I take between sessions, the longer I have to grind, and then, like, the easier Merciless difficulty will be here for me, and the smoother sailing it'll be to get through the game. So, in terms of this save file here, yeah, it says that I have 49, but that doesn't count for, like, erased timelines of times that I've failed bosses or needed to redo stuff. So I'd say it's definitely over 50 at this point. And according to Steam, I'm at 60.1. So that's probably from, like, the times that I alt-tabbed off. Did I ever leave this game running overnight before after ending a stream? Because I've done that with Assassin's Creed Odyssey before. So yeah, either 50 hours or 61 hours, however you want to interpret it, I guess. I was thinking about just, like, committing and seeing it through and then it's done, but the more I space this out and the longer I take between sessions, the more time I have for grinding, and then the easier this will be, is the case. So it would actually make sense to not bum rush it. Like, if I bum rush it, it's gonna be really hard. So I should probably only do, like, if I end a stream in Tartarus, I should probably only do the next stream after I've had like a sufficiently adequate time to like rack up some funds or something like that each time if I want to play this super efficiently and be able to for sure get through Merciless like without too much problems or something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of in debate here. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna be handling it. So Maiko. Okay, and then the old couple there. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to be committing to it. I was thinking about going hard and seeing it through, but I don't know if I will do that or if I'll space it out, and this will just be like one of those really, really long playthroughs that I do from time to time. And then, yeah, Tartarus grind takes a long, long time. How's it going today, False Souls? So, yeah, because of that, even if I committed to this as like my only stream game for a while, I think that would just make it harder on me, and it does actually make sense to like space this out a decent bit, is honestly what I think here. So, I mean, if I go over to this here, to the Discord, boopity bop. Oh yeah, this is private right now, but I've been trying to like compile like a list of all the playthroughs done ever that I think might be like a fun little archive. So yeah, we're coming up on 200 here soon, but yeah, I've just been working on that a little bit lately in case anyone's wondering, what the heck is this channel over here? Like I'll probably make it public, but like pretty soon here. This is just yesterday that I was working on it. Just to like finalize it and make sure that everything is at the ready here. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, the current game schedule. This is coming out tomorrow. Like, and tomorrow's in an hour and a half. Whoa, why is my OBS flashing there? This I can probably see through by committing to, but like, I might want to space it out because this has already taken me like most of the year anyway, from January 1st of this year. So it's like, okay, I'm in no rush as long as this is done before December, so I can start Valhalla in the January 1st of the next year. Or this specific DLC, maybe I get it done before late November for HoloLand, because there's like a really, really small DLC after this that I can just do during HoloLand that'll apparently only take like 2 hours. So as long as I get this done before mid-November, let's say, then I'm good. This is probably going to be spaced out a decent bit because of the whole nature of grinding in Tartarus, and I have no idea how long this is going to take me. So in terms of like games that I can commit to actively on this list, it's really just this for the most part. Because like I've no rush for this as long as I get it done by like mid-November. This, it'll be easier the more I space it out. And like I'll commit to this, see how long that takes. I can do this whenever I feel like it. I'll just do this at HoloLand, and I'll do this like probably October 6th. That's done on like the 1-year anniversary of the playthrough, is what I figure here. So yeah, that's yeah. So in terms of things to commit to, there's not actually a lot. I just remind you of the new Assassin's Creed. You hear it's awful. It's not out yet. It's just been controversial because people are like, what? That's totally not historically accurate. How dare you do that? And it's like, what? Do you think that historical accuracy is super important in the modern Assassin's Creed games when you're fighting mythical beasts and stuff? But I don't know. Being nitpicky with stuff, yeah, that's people for you. So in terms of stuff to commit to, it's basically just gonna be this. So I do wonder if I can add another playthrough here pretty soon. Nitpicky with Pokemon before the games come out? But that's the games looking like shit, not the games not being historically accurate to like actual feudal Japan and something like Legends Arceus. Like that is very completely different. I know they were probably just memeing there, but yeah, anyway, so in terms of stuff here, in terms of games that I can commit to in terms of things that I'm streaming regularly, I might actually be able to add something new to the game schedule in the near future. Just because AC Odyssey and Persona 3 here aren't really going to be games that I can commit to. I think that they both are fitting as occasional stream kind of things, not like I go ham and see it through. I don't think that is quite as fitting for these games. I'm at 8 there, I'm at 8 there, and I'm at 8 here. I feel like I see you around here the least, so maybe I'll just do that. But yeah, well, these Pokemon games are not realistic. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so in terms of adding something new to the game schedule here, again, this weekend I plan on going ham with the thingamabob, the Wand of Gamelon that's going on with The Legend of Zelda. And we'll see how much of a foothold I get on that, and then maybe sometime shortly after I can add something there. So, yeah, the whole idea of Final Fantasy 16 starting this year might well be the case, and it might well be fitting to add it in the nearish future, and then I have like a couple things that I can actively commit to, and then a couple things that just go on the side when I feel like it. Assassin's Creed when there's like big updates that I want to share and just chill out with that. And Persona 3 when it's like, hey, I had time to do grinding since last session. It's been a couple weeks since the last time I played. Let's do another stream of it. You know, stuff like that is what I think is a fitting position for this game in the stream schedule. Oh, hi. We're waiting for you. Can we play now? Sure. Like, I think that's what makes the most sense for this game. See, some people complain that the horse's frames in the trailer too. Oh, you'll stop for a couple of seconds when it was showing the trailer and the way it lines up with the ground as it's walking just looks so weird. I don't think I've seen that. Spend time with Maiko. Hey, thank you. So today, here, I need to find the right thing. Hanged. Yeah, so I think we're going from 8 to 9 here. Expecting it to be 2025, but maybe you can do it soon because it's becoming relevant again recently because of it being on Steam now. Yeah, you are right. And a lot of people are like, whoa, what's this game? And like, Discord is advertising it a whole bunch.
Can't cook or clean or do anything on her own.
If anyone cares about that.
So I'm gonna be there to help her. I think Dad's gonna be okay by himself. He can get along fine without me. So, Mom and I are gonna move away soon. Hey, even if I'm gone, we'll still be friends, right?
I might forget about you. Friends forever.
Mm-hmm. Friends forever. Ever and ever and ever, okay? You can't forget about me. Never, ever. Okay?
Maiko seems very fond of me. I feel like we're growing closer. There we go, another rank up. Click back onto the stream manager. Rank 9 hanged.
I gotta get ready to move. So I have to go home now. See you later, okay?
Alright, see ya. After saying goodbye to Maiko, I headed back to the dorm. Yeah, they're pretty gross, huh? Grind Persona games is fun. Trying to conserve your resource while grinding, honestly. Yeah, it's a very different grinding experience. Greetings. 1 week remains until the next full moon. Additionally, the lost are increasing in number. I recommend continuing to assess the situation for any potential irregularities. Okay, well, what do I want to do today? I actually start replaying through Final Fantasy 16, but on Steam sometime soon yourself, because you actually really enjoy playing through it. Brother has the PS5, so you can't play it on there. Fair enough. Yeah, and I could always pick it up on Steam, but now that I own it on PS5 anyway, I may as well just play my PS5 version. And grinding Persona 4 and 5 is way different from 3. Yeah, I've noticed like a very different experience here with the friggin' 3. Yeah, PS5 will be the plan here, and it'll be like my first PS5 playthrough of the channel with a copy of the game that I picked up in the place that I was born from, Texas. Maybe I'll just hang out here because I know I'm almost done with Mutatsu. Oh, but if I finish Mutatsu, maybe I should finish him on a night that like no one here wants to hang out. But what are my options here? I could just have his thing basically be start to finish all during the stream, which would be kind of funny. Yeah, good old Texas there. 4 is closer to 3, but the healing cards work differently. Oh, interesting. I guess I shall see when I get to that then. Who was it that wanted to hang out? I'll decide if it's important enough. I'm probably not going to use you in my party anymore. Not too busy. Would you care to join me? Actually, I'd love to hear your opinion on this one book. Might help me improve my academics. She might get a new ability soon. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, anyway. I know that, like, Final Fantasy 16 is, like, a really important game to you, Guzma. So, like, I could have absolutely just started as, like, a surprise, I'm doing it. And then you'd be, like, hyped of, like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. Now he's doing it. But I figure I won't take that approach of a surprise because, like, you probably want to be able to tune in when it actually happens. So I think it makes more sense to, like, be telling you about that in advance and then, like, working out a day that you'd be able to pop in whenever I eventually start it. Because I know that you'd probably like to see the start of it. So, yeah, no surprise. And I see it potentially happening in the nearish future here. Yeah, let's read together, sure. Alright, I'll go grab that book for you. It might still finish off Mutatsu here, the stream.
I see you're reading a biography of the Empress Dowager from the Qing dynasty. By many
Is that how that's
accounts, she was
pronounced?
vilified as a ruthless despot during her reign. Then again, these kinds of stories are known to stretch the truth. Oh, pardon me.
Look at the
I'm
vending
getting ahead of
machine.
myself.
Hi-oh.
I should let you read first.
The book recounts one woman's rise to power. Seems she led a turbulent life marked by cunning and backdoor politics. And it's been a while since my history class in university on the topic, but if I'm thinking of who I think I'm thinking of, wasn't she also like a psycho bitch? Or is it someone else I'm thinking of who was like super manipulatory and but also like really unique in her position as like a woman in that position as well, and like good on her for that. Am I getting mixed up? I might be getting things mixed up here. Maybe.
Reading this actually made me think, what is the right way for a person to rule? Too much kindness and you'll be seen as weak. Sometimes a ruler needs to be harsh. Even so, I imagine the Empress Dowager's final years must have been lonely, given that she was feared by her people.
Yeah, she was pretty scary from what I remember.
A ruler is responsible for the lives of many others. Is it difficult for someone like that to find happiness like everyone else?
We all find our own happiness.
I see. A happiness equal to the hardship, perhaps. It's hard to imagine what form it will take, but I'd like to believe that's true. You know, thanks to you, I've been able to sit down and reflect on a reading for the first time in a while. It really does help to have a partner going through the same book as you. Being able to discuss the material allows us to broaden our horizons even further.
That's what I like about playing new releases, is I'm playing it at the same time that other people are playing it, and then I get to like discuss it on stream here with other people that are playing it around the same time. Like, I can't do that as much now with Persona 3 Reload because this playthrough has taken so long. This came out February of this year, and now it's September. It's towards the end of September. So I'm like the only one playing this anymore. Well, not the only one, but like, there's not that many people anymore. Element Burst raises critical rate on foes with ailments with beats through in battle.
Such storied figures are often only written about after their passing, but surely sparks of their greatness could have been seen long before. Sometimes I find myself thinking you have that same potential.
You're exaggerating.
Am I? I'd like to say I'm a fairly good judge of character. In other words, I have faith in your abilities. I hope you're up to the task.
Oh yeah, and
It's gotten late. We'd best turn in for the evening.
you are right.
Let's
Now
have
that the
another
answer
reading
has
session
released,
here in the
there are
future.
more people playing it again.
For now,
But people are playing the answer, they're not playing the main game. I'm still here stuck in the main game, hell. Oh, what's going on here? I'll address your things in a hot second here, Guzma. There's more stuff going on. What's happening here? What's up, kid?
Hi there.
Hi!
I thought I'd remind you. There's only a week left until the next full moon. Are you ready? There are only a few trials left. So,
Cool.
make sure to be careful out there. I'll see you again sometime.
Okay, bye. Look, I'm getting there. I'm making progress. It's great. It's amazing. I'm hyped. Can't wait here. Summer vacation will be over. Film festival. I don't care. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest. Everyone wants to hang out with me. But yeah, and let's see here. And yeah, I wouldn't want to surprise you with suddenly shooting Final Fantasy 16 with your heart rate there. Still can't believe it was at 126. Yeah, that is pretty high for like a resting heart rate there. And only figured that it would be best for you to play it when you're open more. You already have a new game to play starting tomorrow. And yeah, I think it might come down to like how long it seems like Echoes of Wisdom here is going to be. Imagine me actually calling it Echoes of Wisdom and not Wand of Gamelon, because it is funnier to call it Wand of Gamelon. Booty-bop/boost. Whoa. Because like I was showing earlier with the stream schedule here. Whoa. With these 3 games, there's only going to be the one that I can handle consistently as like a regular stream game, being the new release. If I do want to handle this as I stream occasionally, and then that gives me like the time to grind in Tartarus and build up funds and then get like proper equipment and stuff like that. And then this, I'm basically only streaming when there's like big life updates and like spacing it out for the rest of the year. Since it's already taken me this long, I figure, hey, there's no rush now. I just have to get it done in time before the next playthrough started next year. So I may as well space it out across the year anyway. So both of these are probably going to end up being pretty occasional anyway, if that is the way I decide to handle it. Meaning, like, meaning if I do want to stream something, I oftentimes like looking at this game list that's on here and be like, I have lots of games ongoing. What do I want to stream today? And then I have options, and I can play the thing that I want to play. And then, like, diversify the things that I'm playing, get some more variety in there and stuff. But for the foreseeable future, it's probably just going to be this for a little bit. I'll look at my game queue and be like, well, I'm not ready in that yet. I don't have any major new updates to share in this, so I guess I'm just streaming more of this. Like, this would be my go-to thing. I wouldn't really have much in the way of other options. Apart from this, that'll only take one stream here one of these days and be really short. So I don't mind having options. So even if it does seem like this is going to take a while, I might not mind having, like, a second game here, and then I can choose between, like, my two games that I can feel free to stream whenever I want, as opposed to the games that I'm purposefully, like, spacing out streams with, you know, is what I think makes sense for the sake of, like, variety and my own mental state here of, like, having choice and different variety and stuff. As much as I would love to bring down the game schedule to just, like, 1 or 2 games again, where it's, like, super manageable, and then people can expect, oh, he's just going to be streaming 1 or 2 of those games. That would work a whole lot better if I didn't have games that I was spacing out for one reason or another. Like, if I'm grinding in Tartarus for this, then that's gonna be a little while, and I might wait until I spend a weekend out of town with my family, and I can just take my laptop out there and then just grind while I'm out of town. Stuff like that when I get a good opportunity where I won't be streaming anyway. And this just during life updates. So, it will be really beautiful having this down to 1 or 2, but I don't think it's realistic if I want to try spreading these out a decent bit, you know? If that makes sense here. And the next new release after that is going to be the next Mario Party next month, which I think an overview trailer came out recently, and I saw comments of people saying that apparently there's a single-player campaign, but I haven't seen the overview trailer yet myself, so I don't actually know that for sure. I'm gonna have to check it out at some point, so there might be a single-player campaign to do in this. If so, I imagine it's probably going to be pretty short, like something like that. I play all the Mario sports games campaigns in like a singular stream. I imagine a Mario Party one would probably just be like 1 to 2 streams. It wouldn't be super long. And then do like multiplayer games of each of the boards once. And then maybe at HoloLand, I can get my cousin's kiddos or maybe some Fragapalooza friends to come play a board or 2 with me or something like that. And it just be kind of one of those games where it's like, hey, when I have friends I'm able to play with, let's play another board until I consider the game thoroughly showcased and stuff. And then Planet Coaster 2 and Mario and Luigi Brothership are probably going to take up a decent bit of my time. But, yeah, I imagine this probably wouldn't be as long as a 3D Zelda game. It's probably not going to be like a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom in terms of length. I'm hoping that's going to be more like a Link's Awakening in terms of length. Speaking of, how long was my Link's Awakening series? For a sense of scale, considering it's made by the same company here. I mean, it might not be that indicative, considering apparently this map is like 8 times the size or something like that. But I mean, let's see here. Most people don't seem to care about the answer releasing, to be honest. Fair there, from what I've heard about that. Alright, Link's Awakening. How long was this anyway? This was a 28-part series? That's not that bad. That's really not that bad. And look, some of them are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Why is this one an hour? Man, I cut up my parts weirdly back then in 2019. I was a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, they're shorter, mostly. So this would probably realistically be like maybe a 22, 23, 24 part series, something like that if I cut it up today. Most likely. So really not super long at all, just like a handful of streams. This took me like a week to beat. So even if Wand of Gamelon is longer, if it's not that much longer, like, it should be pretty good here, I think. See that Guzma just sent me a message. Wait, what's this here? Here, let me, I think that's just stuff about music, but I'll still crop stuff out anyway. Of, with Final Fantasy 16 there. Well, I'm sure I'll have some fun. So, yeah, the who knows? Maybe it'll just be like the longest Zelda game ever created and it'll take like forever. Who knows? But realistically, it might not take super long. And if I do spend this weekend going ham, then gonna hang out with Maya. Wait. I should hang out with that dude. And what was his thing, Bob, again? If it is like a relatively short thing, and I do go ham this weekend, like I'm gonna get it like not immediately in the morning since I'm staying up late streaming tonight, but I will get it at like a decent hour, and I'll just do like a during the day stream tomorrow, and then just go like through the day, maybe into the night, probably stream a whole bunch the following day, maybe a decent bit on Saturday and Sunday as well. We'll see. And I just see myself going ham through the weekend. So usually the most playthrough progress I make on a game is usually right when it comes out and I start going ham on it and committing to it is like my main thing. Like that's my opportunity to start out with a sprint and get like a really strong head start, and then usually like my playthroughs start to slow down a little bit after that. So if I start going at it with like a sprint and go ham this weekend, and if it's not super, and maybe it's not super long, then maybe I'll be one of those people that actually beats a game in its opening weekend. When was the last time that I did that? I mean, there was things like Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Princess Peach Showtime on the Switch where I beat them in like one session for the main game just because they were really short, and I did go ham. So I don't think that the new Zelda game is gonna be one session, but if I'm going ham through the weekend, maybe I'll get it done in one weekend, and then I'll be like, whoa, look at that. For once, I'm actually just beating something in the opening weekend and being like among the first, instead of someone that's still here over half a year later playing the same stupid game. Maybe I'll actually be able to be in the cool camp of kids for once, is maybe what I'll be able to do. Sun, let's see here. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, apart from games that could be beaten in one session, like Mario vs. Donkey Kong and Princess Peach Showtime, it's been a while since that's happened, right? But yeah, let's see here. Be fine with having 2 games in your main game while AC and P3 being on the side? Yes. Plus, maybe I'll just beat the new Zelda like immediately this weekend, and I'll be like, whoa, I want a new game to become my main game. I should get something in there, in that slot. Gotcha, figuring stuff out as you're going along. It's sweet, good for you, dude. Remember, you used to stress about, but seeing you figure it out now makes you happy. Yeah, I'm getting pretty on top of things here. Wand of Gamelon is coming out at such a weird time with you currently playing Minish Cap and Oracle of Ages. Unfortunate timing there. One seems open world, kinda, or at least open puzzle or whatever, so it could be way longer, maybe. And again, during one of the developer interviews, I think it was 8 times. I need to refresh like my memory by rereading the developer interviews, but I think they said that the map of the world was like 8 times the size of Link's Awakening, so definitely much bigger. But yeah, it's just for you if you ever want to use it when you first start the game. Gotta have some good memes for it. What of the Wand of Gamelon there? I definitely have a few. Problem you have with what kind of game is that you can't really watch anything on it without getting some spoilers. With the new Zelda game. Isn't that with like any kind of game though? Hold on. Let me check if I have any Sun personas, and I don't know if I do right now. I hope I do. Oh, Final Fantasy 16 meme. I don't know if I have any actually. I can check my thingamabob. I might have like 1 or 2. Well, if my thing doesn't lag. Yeah, I do indeed. Let's see here. I have 2, it looks like. I think. No, I have 3. Currently. So, like, I have, anyway, I might have spoiled myself on some of the plot by seeing that meme, but, like, for the one that you sent me, yeah, just do that. But yeah, about Tears of the Kingdom, if we saw anything on the game, would feel like a spoiler for what's in a location. Oh, you're saying with it being open world as opposed to like a linear thing, where a linear thing, it's like, if you're ahead of the game, then you don't have to worry about being spoiled. Like, if you're ahead of where that person is. But with open world, where they can go in any which direction, you're basically always gonna be getting spoiled. I get you. I get what you're saying now. I won't be able to summon any new guys because you're gonna be like, oh, I can still view what I have. Okay, cool. Sun. I do have some.
Please, you can't carry.
Yeah, okay. Cool, still lets me preview here. So, I should fuse a couple of random guys here.
You would like to fuse.
Like, I don't need the Hermit one anymore. But, like, I don't know. Star, but I need to get a new one there anyway. Hierophant, but I need to get a new Hierophant one anyway. I don't need the tower one anymore, technically. Like, because the last one is like a final rank up. So I could do this, and then they're just out of the way.
This one is somewhat beneath you.
Yeah, but I just need a slot, is all I need. So, like, that can be pretty nice there. Yeah! Here's skills. If I put on one of those, screw it, just Revolution then. Sure. Ever seen any spoilers about stuff that happens with his brother? It's very, very early on? Okay. So early it's in the demo. Okay. Boopity bop. Do that. I'm talking Mikazuchi, my thunder that rumbles the skies. I shall wield its full power in your presence or something or other. I don't know. Words are hard. Now I can take out the sun guy. That's what I can do. Tarakaja. I already have some better ones here. I mean, just, I'll inherit it anyway to pass it on to other people in, like, Fusion or something here. I don't care about that, really. This one is more damage when closer to a full moon. Slash damage to one foe. I don't know, man. Beam electric to one foe, weak electric to all foes. I don't know, sure, do that, I don't care. Sure, now I have a slot. And then we go ahead and summon now and go down to Sun and get the cheapest one here. Get the bird. Apparently the guy likes bird because it's the word. Okay. But yeah. Busted skill. The auto attack up thingamabob. I would inherit it, but I already have like the only way that I can use. I already have this. Automatic temporarily raises party's attack at the start of battle. And myself, I get additional defense and accuracy evasion at the start of battle. And electric just because it came up, even though I'm probably not going to use it. Oh, the full moon skill, I gotcha. Yeah, so I always want to have that on. Always seems pretty good there. Gotta have the Family Guy bird as the word meme stuck in your head because you just said that. Now suffer. Now you'll never be able to sleep ever again. Joy. Alright, let's see here. Go ahead and keep on saving from time to time. How's it going, man? You? Oh, it's nothing. Why don't you have a seat? This bench is too big for me alone. Okay, so Control F for Sun, open him in a tab is what I do. And then we're going to be going from rank 1 to rank 2. That's what I do. Yeah, probably last is one of the best until late game. Well, keep on spamming it then. Then this bench shall be our meeting place.
You're not like the others.
Yeah, I'm actually bad at video games. Really?
I honestly didn't expect you to come back. Nobody treats me like a normal person. Not even my friends or family. They all keep their distance and say, "Oh, what a poor soul." All they feel is pity and curiosity towards me. Sorry to disappoint them, but I'm not the poor soul they think I am. Dying isn't so bad, is it? What's the point of dragging out your time in this world anyhow?
Apparently he likes it if I say you have a point. So that's what I'm saying.
You must have a hopelessness festering within as well, then. I can't remember a time without it. Thank you for coming today. You seem different from the rest. I'm not sure I know how to describe it exactly, but you don't look on me with pity the way everyone else does.
Kamiki seems intrigued by me. I feel like our relationship is stronger. Let's click back to the stream manager, then back to the game. Son, a dying young man.
Damn it. What did I do to deserve this body? I hope we can meet again.
Is that a stain on his pants that he has his hand on, or, yeah, part ways with Kamiki, then head back to the dorm. Good evening.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, hello. Looks like there have been more of them lately. You call them the Lost, right? I don't mean to be rash, but I like to put my power to good use. Well, you won't be able to, kid, because I got a dog, and I want to put the dog in my party more than I want to put you in the party, so, like... But yeah, let's see here. And yeah, I can definitely let you know there. And yep, that's the one where you play as Zelda. And I've been reading some of the developer interviews lately. I haven't read all of them yet. Yeah, so I can hang out with you, or maybe I guess here. You play as Link for the first time. That's right. And apparently the initial plan was to be playing as Link while they were still brainstorming, like, hey, we're making a new Zelda game, so of course you play as Link. And then they were like, oh, let's turn into a game where you can customize your own dungeons and share them with other people and play other people's dungeons. And then that evolved into a game where you can place objects around the world and use that to solve puzzles and get around everywhere and do whatever the heck. And then they were like, well, if you're fighting with a sword and shield as well, then what would be the point of using this special object power if you could just use, like, your normal weapons? So then they thought, like, oh, let's have, like, a long tutorial segment where you can only use the copy abilities and you can't use your sword and shield and you get that later. But then if you get the sword and shield later, are you just gonna keep on using that until the end of time and then not feel the need to use copy abilities anymore? So they were like, huh, we should have a playable character that's not Link then. So someone that's not going to be using a sword and shield and therefore has to rely on the wand. Who's going to be fitting for that? Oh, people have been asking for a Zelda game with Zelda as a playable character. Tingle. That'd be fitting too for years. How about we do that? Because yeah, this game doesn't actually work all that well for Link. This cool idea that we've come up with. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and give it to Zelda. And then apparently the developers took a while to rack their minds for what reason could there be for Zelda to set off on an adventure if she's like the princess that would presumably be staying put at like the castle. And apparently that was like a really hard story aspect for them, was giving her reason to set out on the adventure. Do you find it permissible to visit the rooftop again? Well, is it the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC? If it was good, yeah. I was like, go on Emerald Finder. But yeah, I called Echoes of Wisdom because Zelda's the one with the Triforce of Wisdom. Actually it's called Wand of Gamelon because she wields the Wand of Gamelon in the game. I believe it is time that we check on the progress of our cultivation efforts. Yeah, the game got a massive facelift, that's right. But yeah, so that's how Zelda came to be in that game, apparently. I guess might gain a new ability soon. Sweet, I'm ready to deploy at any time. Shall we engage, Harmonia-san? There should still be produce that is yet to be harvested. I should harvest those first. Oh, then I will remain on standby. Man, I wish I had a cute robot gardening companion that helped tend my garden. Oh well. When were these ready anyway? What the heck? Was I not paying attention the last time here? Sure, I don't know. Oh, they can be harvested on 9/11. Okay, let's see here. First floor lounge. Couldn't get halfway through that game. No way you were buying the DLC. What? If you just keep playing, I promise it'll get really good. You just gotta commit. It'll get so amazing. Amazingly bad. I mean, understood. I will begin making my way to the rooftop with maximum efficiency. Did Elka develop Echoes of Wisdom? No. The company's name was Grezzo or Grezco or something like that. It sounds kind of like Grizco from Splatoon, but different. And they're the ones that made the Link's Awakening remake on the Switch. And then Nintendo was like, hey, you did a pretty good job with this game. Would you like to make an original Zelda game next? And they were like, hell yeah, we would love to do that. Like a new original 2D Zelda game in the same engine as the Link's Awakening game. It made me share my sandwich. Nobody makes me share my sandwich. Man.
It appears they are growing well. Hip hip hooray, as they say. The ladybug has grown into a fine adult as well. I believe this is...
I wish I had some ladybugs on my fruit trees on my desk at work. They could eat all the fungus and gnats that are flying around everywhere. I'm being annoying. I do have a spider on my on one of my apple trees on my desk at work now, though. It's set up like a web that's connected to the super thin trunk of one of my apple trees and like the rim of the pot, because the soil is like a decent bit in. It's not like right at the top of the pot, so the spider is kind of taking over this section of the pot. So as the little fungus gnat flies fly in and out of the soil, since they lay their eggs in there, like it probably catches like a decent few in the web and eats them, and then less flies buzzing around my face, which is great. So I have an office spider now. I don't have any ladybugs there, but I do have an office spider that, like, if I need to de-stress, sometimes I'll just go over and watch what the office spider is doing. And it's a really tiny spider. It's like maybe a few millimeters long and it's white. And so like maybe half a centimeter at the longest if it's stretched out its legs. Like, it's not very long at all. It's an extremely tiny spider, but it's my, anyway, there's that little side tangent, thinking about bugs that eat other bugs that are like beneficial for plants and stuff here. And since it seems to be like a permanent resident there, I wonder if I should give my office spider a name. Well, we aren't growing bugs here, but those are good. Ladybugs are good. You want to see them around your plants, because they eat the bad bugs, just like spiders. Yeah, it's thanks to your help.
I tried to do everything in my power. I'm glad I was of service. The ladybug put in a lot of work as well. We thank you for your service. I've realized something, tending these plants alongside you. I've made many new discoveries beside these planters. Everyone is doing the best they can to make their way in the world. That goes for the plants, and the pests, and the ladybug too, and you as well. I may be a machine, but I also want to do the best I can. I will do my best to make my way in the world, just like everyone else. That is my new goal from now on.
I won't let you beat me.
I am impressed. I hadn't expected a competition here. Hearing that, my motivation is fully charged, as they say.
They don't say that. I guess seems to have found a new purpose through tending the plants. Okay. Personality. Physical boost strengthens physical skills. Ooh, that'll be handy before the next boss.
Naturally, I will still continue to look after them at full throttle. Let's get started right away.
I tended the plants with Igus. Looks like they're going to grow nicely.
Once again, our mission has concluded without incident today. Let's head back now.
Sweet.